I'm no longer a slave to fear, for I am a child of God. I'm no longer a slave to fear, for I am a child of God. I am a child of God, and He has sent me here, has given me an earthly home with parents kind and dear. Lead me, guide me, walk beside me, help me find the way. Teach me all that I must do to live with Him someday. Réveille-moi avec une mélodie, ou bat-moi un chant d'amour, un chant de délivrance devant l'ennemi mieux, toute crainte Menem gidem asher kodem, elem weshwen utla, enseñando Samuel duefe, pour vivre avec lui un jour. Let us kneel with Christ and pray for the children. I am a child of God, and so my needs are great. Help me to understand His words before it grows too late. Lead me, guide me, walk beside me, help me find the way. God.
Hi everyone. As you think about going through your day and doing all the things that you do, whether it is working or whether it is not working and just doing the activities of your day, when you think about them, who are you doing them for? As you think about the work that you do, whether it's working around the house, whether it's working for an employer, whether it's working for a large corporation, whether it's working for yourself in terms of being self-employed, I think lots of times we think, well, I've got to make ends meet. I've got to make it happen myself. And we know there's lots of country western songs about not having enough money to have to do what you want to do on the weekends, to having to pay your ex or whatever it might be. That is the thing that we're striving for. And it's always about, either working for the man or working for my check or whatever it might be, working for retirement. And I think that is part of how we are raised in our world, but I'm not sure it's the way that God would want us to look at what we do. Because if we are a follower of Christ, our call is to walk through our lives serving Christ. And I think that bleeds over, in fact, into our work life, whatever work means for us in our lives today. It means that we are to do our work as if we were working for God, not working for whatever it is that motivates us to do the things that we need to do. And Paul speaks very clearly to that in his letter to the Colossians. He says in chapter 3, he says, whatever your task, put yourselves into it as done for the Lord and not for people. Since you know that from the Lord you will receive the inheritance of your reward, you serve the Lord Christ. In other words, sometimes we not only have to be thinking about that we're doing it for Christ, but be thinking about how would you do your work, your chores, whatever, differently if you knew God was your supervisor, if Jesus was your boss, if you want. I think that enters into how we are to live in our world. We're supposed to see this world through the eyes of Christ. And part of that is saying the things that we do, how do we do them? Do we just kind of try to get through them and get them behind us? Or do we try to really do them as if we were doing it for Jesus himself? I invite you, as you walk through your day, as you do the things that you normally do, whether it's sit at your desk and respond to emails, whether it is thinking about planting your garden, whether it is doing the laundry, whether it is going shopping. Do it as if you were doing it for Christ. Take that attitude, take that perspective, and see how it changes what you do. Does it make you do or act or even say things differently? Work as unto the Lord, for your reward will come from him, not from the things of this world. Let me pray. Lord, thank you that you are here and that you call us not just to yourself, but you call us to live in this world differently. And that is even how we approach the things that we do in our lives. So Lord, I ask you to help us to change our attitude, change our perspective, so that we would see this differently as you see it. I ask that in your name. Amen. Tonight is the last virtual soup supper, so join me at 6 o'clock for that. I invite you to do that. Also, we have the Easter Adventure coming up. That is a great opportunity to invite friends, neighbors, maybe even relatives with children. It's going to be a family event, and so we invite families to come and enjoy it. And I don't think it's too early to start praying for some nice weather on that Saturday before Easter. It'll go from 10 o'clock to 1, and it'll be a fun time for everyone. So we invite you to come and be a part of that. That's really a gift and an outreach to our community. We want it to be something that our community enjoys, and they begin to make the connection with the things that we do as a church is for the community. We want to love them. And I think that's an important way for us to do that. I think that idea of loving our neighbors, loving our community, I think also extends even to Sunday morning. Sunday morning, when we have a guest, a visitor come, or visitors, we need to think about their experience and what they're experiencing when they walk in the door. From how they're greeted and how they're welcomed. And we need to think of them as a treasured guest. And lots of times we have to be careful, because lots of time when people come into a church, they've already been to our church, whether it's been to our website or maybe even now watched a service online. So they know a little bit of what to expect. And lots of times in our joy of having a visitor or a guest join us, we almost overwhelm them sometimes. We smother them, and sometimes people welcome that, but there are other times where people are actually repelled by that and pushed away, and they go, I'm not sure this is what I want in a church. So I think it's important for us to be careful that we allow the guest to direct their level of involvement as they come and join us on a Sunday. We can welcome them, but then allow them to kind of find their way and to experience it without being overwhelmed. And I'm not saying we should avoid them, but I'm saying just be aware of how many people are maybe coming up to them, talking to them, and even making them feel uncomfortable. So it's a tough thing for us to do, because we want to be welcome. We want to enjoy people. We want to welcome them into faith. But let's do that in a way that's respectful of them and their level of comfort or discomfort in terms of walking into a church, because many people are a little apprehensive when they walk into a church, particularly for the first time. So let's love them well. So I hope you have a good day. God bless everybody. Bye-bye now.